All right, good morning, Humanities 1. I hope everybody is well. This is our live instructional session, and today is April 6th. I hope we're excited and ready to do this. Welcome, Mr. Johnson. I hope you are well. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, please give me another thumbs up if you can see my screen. Beautiful. Okay, thank you. So we are still in Unit 5, talking about world religions, beliefs, and values. And so at this very moment, we don't have any students, but please make sure if you are watching this that you have all the materials that you need in order to complete today's work. So whether it's on paper or in Google Classroom, you want to pull up the packet for today. And it's going to be under classwork at the top of Google Classroom. And you're going to click on where it says Distance Learning Revisiting Mini-QPA number 1 for April 6th. If you do come on, please make sure that your mic is on mute so that the background noise that you might have does not disturb the class. And also make sure that your camera is on so that I can see you. That helps me to make sure that you're paying attention. Or if I say give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you can also do that and I can see that as well. All right, beautiful. So we're going to move on to our competencies. At this time, I'm going to pause and have you take a look at these, read through them, and we will come back shortly. All right, welcome back. So you should have paused the video if you were watching and taken a second to look at the 3 competencies that you were being assessed on for this unit. So learn from the past, express oneself boldly, and lead inquiry. If you have any questions about these, please feel free to email your teacher or me or text us if you have any questions about these. The goal for the lesson today is students will be able to demonstrate determining central message and reliability of the 3 sources you will be using for your research. And you will do that by completing parts of Mini-QPA number 1, which was an annotated bibliography. So I've noticed based off of who did or did not turn in this assessment that many students have not. And so I am taking a step back and allowing you time to complete the 4 separate parts of Mini-QPA number 1. So for those who are watching, what you will see in this video, students working on different parts of Mini-QPA number 1. And like I already said, there's 4 parts, and all 4 of those parts will come together to make your final product of your annotated bibliography. If you recall, when I first put out a YouTube video about an annotated bibliography, it is essentially a list of all the references and articles that you used for your research. Ours is much more detailed because we have these 4 specific parts. And so I'm going to go over those 4 parts right now. You will find these same 4 parts in Google Classroom. Again, under classwork, under the title Distance Learning Revisiting Mini-QPA number 1, you will have all 4 parts. So part number 1 is answering the question of why is it so important that all research we conduct or do and share be based on reliable sources. Okay, by Ms. Keith. Sorry, I just want to make sure no students hopped on while I was doing this. So yes, as you recall, reliable sources means trustworthy and dependable, and I'm going to kind of recap that a little bit later. But that is part 1, just you in detail answering the question of why is it so important that all research we conduct and share be based on reliable sources. I'm also going to make this bigger just in case you can't see it. Part 2 is you will read and choose 3 to 4 sources you would like to use for your research on your world religion. So also posted in Google Classroom is a list of sources that me and Ms. Muda Hakana pulled together so that you can look at those sources. You are more than welcome to look up other sources outside of that list, but we wanted to give you that so that you kind of had a place to start, at least for your research. So part 1 is answering the question. Part 2 is read and choose 3 to 4 sources that you want to use for your world religion. And part 3 is for each source that you have chosen, again, that's 3 to 4 of them, you're going to write a paragraph answering the questions of what is the central message of this text and how is the information in this source relevant to the topic of your research. So if you have 3 sources, you're going to be writing 1 paragraph for each of those sources, which is 5 to 7 sentences. If you're not sure what central message is or relevancy is, in each of these documents, I put a link at the top to the PowerPoint that details what central message is and what relevancy means, as well as what reliable also means. So we've done part 1, part 2, and part 3. And lastly, part 4, you are going to explain why the source you chose should be trusted as a reliable source. So these are all the parts. And I also want to make it clear that if you've already done part 1 and part 2, then you only need to do part 3 and 4. I'm not asking you to repeat the work that you've already done. I am asking you, though, to complete the work, period, because we want to make sure that students are doing this. You are still getting a grade on this, so you want to make sure to do that. One other reminder I want to make is that Ms. Mudokana has also made a document with all 4 parts in it, and she also puts in sentence frames and check-off points for each section as well, if you need something a little bit more detailed and more support. At this time, pause the video so that you can relook at what you will be doing for each part, and we'll hop back into the next slide. All right, awesome. So you should have taken a moment to just review this slide, and I'm gonna go over to the next one and just kind of pull it all together what your assessment is. So again, you are using this time to work with me to complete parts of the Mini-QPA. Upon completion, you will share this with your teacher, okay? So I understand that I am planning for all of Humanity 1 classes. However, your teacher is the one that will be grading your assessment and giving you feedback, okay? So you wanna share it with your teacher, whether that's a Google document or you take a picture on your phone and you upload it and email it to them. You wanna be sure that you send it to them so that they know that you did the work. And I will reiterate that although I am teaching in this instructional video, you are to attend the live support sessions of your teacher on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and your teacher will be the one to grade your assessments. But you are more than welcome to email me if you do have questions. Besides that, Ms. Keith and I will be live again on Wednesday, April 8th. Our sessions will be recorded and posted on our YouTube channels afterwards. Live sessions are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mine's at 9:30 a.m. So if you are in A block, you need to be on that so that you can get extra help. Or if you have any questions, I can answer that. Here's the schedule for you if you need it again. And I've also listed my email. And this time I have my phone number for those who might need it. And besides that, we will continue to work on the 4 different parts of Mini-QPA number 1 for Wednesday. And I hope to see you all tomorrow in your support sessions. And I'm gonna stop sharing my screen at this time. And again, please reach out if you have any questions, if you need anything. We are here to help you at the end of the day. And have a great day.